Alright guys, so we have a Maytag Whirlpool made. Now, my angle was a little off, but the clothing, I think some towels or sheets, whatever was in that basket, was not moving. So, a couple things that could cause that. You're going to be seeing some angles or a few videos from underneath the washer right now. So what we're looking for is the rotation. I want to see if the pulley is moving. The motor is moving, but the pulley is not doing anything. Now, I did not show the splutch. So the splutch it's a device between the pulley, that thing we're looking at right now, and the basket. So the mode shift, not the mode shifter, the shift actuator moves the splutch. It engages into wash or spin, whatever is desired at the moment. And while the unit is in wash, it is engaged, but it's just not actually moving the load. So I think this washer was 8 years old, and so sometimes a splutch could do that, but a lot of times when you go underneath and you grab the pulley and you turn it, so you would take the belt off and you would turn the pulley, that thing that is spinning, and you can literally hear it moving or sliding against the splutch when they're not engaging. And also when they're not engaging, you can pull. If you were to, like, pretending you're pulling on that, you will have a pretty good amount of space between them. So sometimes a splutch or a tub hub will be very similar as well. That's why I went ahead and show all the possible or possibilities of which it could be. It turned out this was a transmission issue. I think we're still underneath. So when we go up top or towards the end of the video, you'll actually see where the transmission is just not able to do the work. So they do wear out. The splutch was totally fine. Unfortunately, I totally didn't show that part. As you can see, I'm turning the basket, and the splutch is turning it nicely. Very strong, very sturdy. I put it back together. So we're going to be taking off the wash plate or pulsator, and you have to remove that cap, and it's a 7/16 socket or bolt, and lefty loosey, righty tighty to remove. To remove is lefty, counterclockwise, clockwise to tighten. Now, I will tell you right now, to remove this, it is very difficult. I use the CLR in this case. Usually I use bar keepers. they both work pretty good. Haven't figured out which is best, but I'm working on it. I'm thinking maybe Barkeepers is a little bit more potent. So you want to pour some down into that hole where the bolt was, and you let it soak. You let it soak. It will do a lot of the work for you. In fact, I wouldn't attempt this if I did not have it. So, but I'm still going to try it with the hooks, just to wiggle it and try, but it is not going to come up. So, we have to introduce the airbags shortly. And so with the airbags, and by the way, if you are going to use airbags, get them under each of the vanes. As you can see, I have 2. I couldn't find my other airbag. I have 3 just for that. And I think 1 was left in my other truck. So, but if you are going to use airbags, try and get them under each of the vanes or the ribs. Because if you put them in the middle between the vanes, you can snap that. You'll snap the agitator. They will snap. Right where the picks are is one of the vanes, and where the other airbags are. So you will have to use the picks or something to pull or lift up as much as you can and slide those airbags underneath and slowly inflate. Now, if you can, to be on the safe side, keep the screw partly in. Not all the way down because it's going to inhibit it from coming off, but keep the screw in, because if that wash plate comes off under pressure, it could definitely hurt you. In fact, I have a video just with that, and it with a lot of pressure. You don't want that, flying off and hitting you in the face or in the eye. So here I'm tapping it, sometimes just tapping maybe with a rubber mallet or something just to agitate it, and also gives the CLR something to work in. I was tightening and loosening, just to kind of agitate and get the, as you can see, the airbag, it was under pressure, and also I just gave it a nice little pull. Apparently my bolt was not far enough, because as you can see, it came right on up. I was grateful that it didn't, wasn't too much force, but I think it helped because I was pulling as well. All right, so we're gonna get these airbags out, and we are checking the tub hub, because it had a tub hub type of feeling, and a lot of times they're very similar, because if the tub hub is not able to move, you could think it's a tub hub issue, but it's not a tub hub issue at all. It's internal. The tub hub turns the shaft, and the wash plate sits on the shaft. Okay, so one is deep within, and the tub hub is usually for spin, and the internal part of the shaft is for agitation, period. So this will save you a lot of issues, because this was a warranty, so we had to pretty much diagnose everything. They're paying for it, so if the tub hub needed to be replaced, we would also do that. So it would be the splutch. In this case, it's going to be the transmission. And while we're there, we're probably going to replace the tub hub as well, just because might as well. They're cheap, and that will pretty much, cover her for another few years. So we're removing all these screws. As you can see, the splines on these are pretty good. Hopefully you can see. There it is. Perfect. Nothing wrong with them. Also on the shaft, look at that. Oh, that was way too fast. Anyways, I'm putting it back on, but everything was totally fine. Now we're going to be doing is putting on we're going to add water, and we're going to add we're going to basically slide the wash plate back on. And in your case, depending on the washer, it might be easy for you just to pull the top, meaning the entire top of the washer forward and then tilt it back so that you're able to gain access. Sometimes you can bypass the lid switch by taking out the lid switch and just inserting it into the door strike or the top of the washer to activate the washer to do its thing. Now, in this case, I just raised the top up and getting ready to put the wash plate pulsator. As you can see, the shaft is rotating, so it has some power, but as soon as you get some pressure on it, it does nothing. Okay, as you can see, it's moving the water, so everything is connecting, everything is engaging. Now I'm going to grab it with my hand. Same thing as if you had a bunch of clothing in there. And take a listen. Now be careful if you're trying this. Start off small. But if anything, just put clothing in there. You should see the clothes. They should move. If they're not moving, chances are bad transmission. But to be on the safe side, you might have to pull out and check everything. But if it's not washing, bad transmission. Thanks for watching.